a true servant. Here's your question. If one of the gifts the king gave the dedicated slave was a new name, what would be a good name for him? Here's the story. A long time ago, in a faraway land, a king had a large number of slaves. One of them was very dedicated. He was true to the king, so the king loved him greatly. One day, the king went out on a camel. Some of the slaves walked in front of the king. Others went behind the king. The dedicated slave rode on a horse by the side of his master, the king. The king had a box. There were pearls in it. On the way, the box fell down in a narrow street. It broke into pieces. The pearls rolled on the ground. The king said to his slaves, "Go and take the pearls. I do not want them any longer." Well, of course, the slaves ran and gathered the pearls. They took those pearls and hid them in their pockets. The dedicated slave did not leave his place at the side of his king. He remained by the side of his master. He guarded his master. He cared for the life of his master. He did not care for the master's pearls. He was the true servant. The king observed the attitude of the servant and gave him many gifts. So here's that question one more time. If one of the gifts the king gave the dedicated slave was a new name, what would be a good name for him? What would you say?